So I was talking to a good homie of mine, and they asked me a pretty interesting question. They said, "Yo, Sarge, bro, you talk to a lot of people. You're in contact with a lot of people on a regular basis, and you engage with a lot of different creatives on a regular basis." And their question was, what's your favorite excuse? As in, like, what's the one that gets under your skin the most? The one that drives you crazy. And to be real with y'all, like off the cuff, like I couldn't really think of one that drives me absolutely crazy. But I could think of one that I think people don't talk about enough. That definitely don't talk about enough, and that is when people say to me, "I'm a perfectionist." I'm a perfectionist. Now I can already feel some of you getting uncomfortable right now because you're thinking, "Wait, that's me." That's me. And yes, I called it an excuse. And why do I call it an excuse? Because I consider it a pretty lie, a pretty excuse. See, an ugly excuse would be, for example, if someone was to say, um, I don't have the resources to do what I love. I don't have the money to do what I love. Well, many of us would look at that person and be like, so I'm trying to get my bread up too. I'm trying to get more money too, so I can do what I love. Okay, whatever. We all struggle with that. But then if another ugly excuse would be if someone would be like, well, I don't have the time to do this. I don't have the time to get started in that. I don't have the time to invest in myself. Many of us would look at that person and be like, no, you're making an excuse. I got responsibilities too. I got things I got to get done. So that's an obvious, those are obvious excuses that many of us would just pinpoint. But when someone says that they're a perfectionist, I call it a pretty excuse because it's an excuse that's understandable. We feel for that person when they say that they're a perfectionist, right? When the truth is, that doesn't make it not an excuse. And I get it. Some of you guys have literally looked me in the face and we've had conversations about this. And some people have literally told me, like, Sarge, bro, like, you don't get it. Like, you don't get it. I'm a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. I just, bro, I'm different. I can't move forward with my business. I can't move forward, writing my book or going after that degree plan or releasing dope content or, helping others or releasing new music. I can't do it because I'm a perfectionist. I care about excellence. And you know what? You're right. I don't understand. I don't understand why you're allowing perfection to stop your progress. I don't. I don't get that. I don't understand why you're using your personality as an excuse to stop your progress. Listen, if we're being honest with ourselves, like you think about your life and what you've been through, right? Things, obstacles you've had to hop over and get through. If you did not make the mistakes that you made, you would not have grown into the person that you are now. So stop this perfection stuff. Like stop it. Like just stop it right now. Matter of fact, many of you aren't even perfectionists. Some of you are. Some of you are, but many of you are not even perfectionists. What you are procrastinators. Yeah, you heard me say it. I'm gonna say it again. Many of you are not perfectionists. You are procrastinators that are being bad stewards of their gifts and their talents. Sarge, how do you know? How do you know when someone's a perfectionist? I'll tell you. People that are perfectionists, and in my own right, I am in certain areas of my life. A perfectionist can pinpoint what's slowing them down. A perfectionist can pinpoint why they're not progressing or why they're not doing this and why they're not doing that. So an example of it would be like a perfectionist would say, "Hey, I have not completed this task, A, B, and C. I've not completed A, B, and C because I fear other people's opinions. I have not completed A and B task because I'm looking at my steps and something doesn't feel right. I'm doubting this particular step in my plan." That's what a perfectionist does. A perfectionist is honest with themselves and they're able to pinpoint certain things in certain areas. That's what they do. That's what they do. Even if it's them just saying like, "I'm distracted and that's why I haven't got my stuff done." But a perfectionist is honest. A perfectionist is honest with themselves. If you're just someone that's just like you can't pinpoint anything, you're just like, Oh, I'll eventually get to that. At some point, I'll get that done. I'm finna do that this year or next year, or just whenever. I'm finna lose weight. I'm finna start working out. I'm finna, go back to school. I'm finna start taking care of my kids. I'm finna start doing this. You are not a perfectionist. So stop saying that you're a perfectionist. Look, there. Why am I saying this, and why this may come off harsh to a few people? Why am I saying this? Because there are people out there making more moves than you right now. There are people that are making more money than you. There are people that are getting the home of their dreams, the car of their dreams. They get the job of their dreams. They're getting the roles that they want, things like that, because they're just going for it. They're just going for it. And they're not sitting back and they're not blaming their personality. And yes, I'm calling some of y'all scared. Y'all scared. So if you don't take anything else from this today, stop allowing perfection to halt or delay your progress. Let's stop doing it. Remember that as y'all start y'all's week. Y'all already know the deal. It's your boy. As always, you guys can check me out on YouTube. Just type in Mike Sarge. You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, all the places where you listen to music. And you already know the motto: be you, enjoy your life, and live authentic. Salute to that. I'll catch y'all later.